Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yenam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gorachandraya Radhikaye Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Previously we have seen how Brahman is described as the Jagat Karanam in the second sutra, Janma Karma Janmadi Asya Yataha. He's a creator of this universe, and he's best defined as Satchitananda, but also even better, it is the Anandamaya Brahma, the Anandamaya Purusha. So the discussion was with Shankaracharya, whether this Shankaracharya was saying that this doesn't apply to Brahman but to the Jivatma, because Brahman is not Anandamaya but Ananda. He is not made of, but he is Ananda, and he is impersonal. But we've seen that the Anandamaya Purusha is a person, and this sutra following the subject matters of Anandamaya, covering several sutra. So we're coming to the Brahman as Purusha. There are two ways of understanding Brahman. Brahman as impersonal, or Brahman as a personal God. So this sutra, which is the 20th in the first chapter, reads as follows: Antas dat dharmo padeshat. Anta means inner, within. Dharma, it means many things actually. Sometimes we translate dharma as duty, sometimes we translate dharma as religion, sometimes Buddhists are translating dharma as the doctrine. They are dharma, Buddha, dharma, sangha. And in that case, dharma means qualities. It also means the substance of something. So the qualities that belongs to Tat. Tat means Brahman. Upadesh. Upadesha means the instructions, and the at the end indicate the ablative case, which means because or on account of. So the translation is, what is within the sun and the eye is Brahman on account of the teaching of his qualities. So we have to supply the word sun and eye, and light also. The light within the sun and the eye is Brahman on account of the teaching of the different qualities. Why do we have to supply sun and eye? Because this sutra is actually summarizing the teaching of the Chandogya Upanishad, which says that this person, this Purusha of golden glow, is seen in the sun, and he has a golden body, and every hair on his body is gold, and his eyes are red like a young lotus. This is actually this passage from the Chandogya Upanishad that the guru of Ramanuja Acharya, Yadava Prakash, was explaining. He was explaining the eyes red as a lotus, Kapi Asam Pundari Kaksham, using Shankaracharya's interpretation that Kapi Asam meant, Kapi is a monkey. The eyes of Vishnu are red like the buttocks of a monkey. And Ramanuja Acharya, hearing this, he was massaging the head of his guru. He became very much aggrieved, and hot tear fell down on the shaven head of his guru, who reacted thinking, what is wrong? So Ramanuja Acharya explained, this is a very rare word. And it cannot be translated as monkey because nowhere it has ever been described that the Lord's lotus eyes are red like the buttock or the bottom of a monkey. This is so offensive. But he explained, Kapi Asam means come, water, Pibati, drinks. Who drinks water? The lotus, and he is nourished by the sun. So the eyes of Vishnu are described as resembling a lotus blossoming by the sun. And this is actually very correct, because in all Puranas, all Shastras, Shruti and Smritis, it is described that the bodily form of Purusha as Paramatma, as lotus eye, Pundarikam. And this is describing Narayana, Bhagavan Vishnu. Bhagavan Vishnu Narayana is always described as Pitambar with the yellow dhoti, and he has 4 arms holding different symbols in his arms and his hands, and he has a bluish hue and lotus eye that resemble a lotus, a red lotus. And he's also endowed with all the best qualities. He's sinless, without a body, meaning he has no vein, no blood, no pus, nothing in his body. His body is pure, immaculate. And he's all good. He's beautiful, very merciful. All those qualities you can find in different other religions. The Quran has surat. Every surat is beginning with Bismillah Harama Harahim. In the name of God, the most munificent and the most merciful. It all begins with this calling of God being so merciful and so forgiving. So in primitive religion, but also some advanced civilizations such as Egypt, they were thinking that the sun is the prime source of everything, the prime source of life. The Aztecs also, in the Maya civilization and Aztec civilization in Mexico, they were thinking that the sun was the supreme god. And also we know in Egypt, the sun Ra was described, Amun Ra or Aton Ra was described as the highest, and even as the only one, Aton Ra. There was some kind of monotheism that the sun is the origin of everything, because without the sun then there's no life. That is true, but actually we have to go beyond the sun. The sun is just the external aspect of Brahman. There's actually 2 kinds of light. There's a light that is a reflection, and that's why it is said in the Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita as well, that everything actually shines after this light, this original light. The light of Brahma, Brahma Jyoti, makes the sun and the moon bright. Their own light are not from them, they come from above, or from beyond, or from within. And so we should not be stuck with a symbol of substance such as sun, the sun substance. We have to go beyond, inside the mandala. A mandala is the magic drawing, and within the Surya mandala there is Surya Narayana. Surya Narayana is the soul of the sun. This is because of Surya Narayana that the sun is full of light and full of heat. In the same way that Gayatri mantra, the Brahma Gayatri that we are reciting every day, 3 times a day, 3 sandhyam, it's not meditation on the sun, even though there's an indication that it is the vivifier, that we meditate on the sun. But actually this sun is Brahman. The impersonalists, they are saying this sun is Brahman. But actually Gauriya Vaishnava, they're saying this sun is Srimati Radhika. It is very well described by Shri Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj that Brahma Gayatri means meditation of Srimati Radhika, because she's the origin of all that is alive in this world. Adirasa. Janmadi Adirasa. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also was explaining. The origin of all this different variety in this world is because of Rasa Lila. But this is a very confidential subject matter. But just to show that there are different gradations. For someone who is beginning on the path of spiritual life, then we say that Brahman is the source of light. But for someone who is actually a little more advanced, we're saying that actually this is Paramatma. And for someone who is more advanced, then we're saying this is Shri Krishna. And for someone who is very, very advanced, we say this is Srimati Radhika. All this is including within this meditation on the light within the sun and within the eyes. So what does it mean, the light within the eye? Well, actually without light you cannot see anything. So the light is what gives you vision. And I've just read recently that our actual eyes cannot perceive more than 1% of the phenomenal world. Even material world, the phenomenal world, we do not perceive completely. We are not totally blind, but 1% is nothing. We do not see the beauty of this world. If we could be more aware, if our consciousness could be more open, then we could be appreciative of all this energy of God. So the light that is within the eye, that is also Paramatma. And Paramatma has very, very beautiful qualities. Sriman Ramanuja Acharya is describing, relating to this sutra that we just read. He's saying, the Supreme Brahman, different from all else by his swarup of infinite bliss and knowledge, devoid of all faults, has as his very nature unlimited auspicious qualities. He has a spiritual form by nature, which is an ocean of unlimited, astonishing, inconceivable, eternal, spotless qualities like youthfulness, charm, beauty, tenderness, fragrance, and brilliance, manifested according to his desire. Out of his mercy to the devotees, Narayana, the Supreme Person, the Supreme Brahman, free of material faults and sins, and an ocean of unlimited compassion, affection, good character, and mercy, reveals the appropriate form to the devotee according to his surrender. And Sriman Ramanuja Acharya is very expert in bringing all these different qualities with so many different adjectives, showing that actually this is the Lord that is described. This Anandamaya Purusha is also the Purusha within the sun and within the eye. Then we can see also the next sutra. The next sutra is following in the same line. Antaryami adideva dishu tad dharma vyapadeshat. Antaryami means the inner controller of all things. This is similar to Paramatma, Antaryami. Adideva means the main gods. They are controlling all the different working in the world. Adideva, Dharma vyapadeshat. Because of the attributes of Brahma, again, Dharma, the inner soul of all things. This is coming from Brihad Aranyaka Upanishad. There's a portion called the Antaryami Brahmana, because it is describing that within everything there is Antaryami, or if you like, Paramatma. So this passage from the Upanishad goes like this. He who is present within the earth, but is different from the earth, whom the earth doesn't know, whose body is the earth, and who control the earth from within, he is the inner controller, the immortal. Then it goes on. He who is present in the water, but is different from the water, whom the water doesn't know, whose body is the water, and who control the water from within, he is the inner controller, the immortal. And it goes on again. He who is present in the heaven, Swargaloka, but is different from heaven, from whom the heaven doesn't know, whose body is the heaven, and who control the heaven from within. He is the inner controller, the immortal. And it goes on with so many different other things. The sun, he's in the sun doesn't know him, he's the form of the sun, he's the inner controller. Then it goes on with the directions, the moon, the stars, and so on and so on. He is within everything. And always the conclusion, Esha ta Atma Antaryami Amritam. This Atma is the inner controller, the immortal. So the Mayavad, they translate this Atma, this is my Atma. How can it be? How can it be that my Atma is the inner controller, the immortal? No, this is Paramatma. Atma also designates the Supreme God. Just like I can be called Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi, because I am spirit soul. So I belong to Brahman. I'm not full Brahman, but I am part of Brahman. So therefore Atma sometimes can be called Brahman, but also Brahman can be called Atma, Paramatma. We have to supply this. Shripad Ramanuja Acharya also makes this passage of the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad called Antaryami Brahmana very important, because it embodied his very philosophy of what he called Sharira, Shariri, Sambandha. The Sambandha is a relationship between Sharira, the body, and Sharirin, who is the possessor of the body. Within this body there's a Sharirin. My soul is the Sharirin of this Sharira, the body. But within the cosmos there's also a Sharirin, which is Vishnu. Vishnu is within this cosmos, and the entire cosmos is his body. We know this by Vishvarupa. Vishvarupa, all the different planets are embodying this great cosmic form. But Sripad Ramanuja Acharya is saying even the souls, even Jiva, are also made of the body of Vishnu. Vishnu is the soul of everything. He's within everything. So this is describing Brahman in a very personal way. And we will see next time that also this Vishnu, this Paramatma, is present within the heart. And this is how we can meditate on Brahman within the heart in the form of Vishnu. So this Ananda Maya, Purusha, is the Purusha that is in the sun, that is in the eye, that enables me to see anything, and is also the Antaryami. This is Vedanta Sutra, the verses 20, 20th and 21st of the first chapter. Vanchakalpa tarubhyacha kripasindhu bhyayevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.